friends, welcome to the English class. How are you all? I think all of you are fine. Hmm? And study your lessons regularly. Hmm? Then take care of your health. Hmm? Eat good food, exercise regularly, and concentrate on your studies. Next month you will have your annual examination, final assessment. So prepare well. Okay, so let's start. Today we can start new chapter, the struggle. Okay, the previous class you studied how Tutu Chan bought a step ladder to help Esuki Chan to climb the tree, isn't it? So now this is a struggle. How they struggle to climb the to make Esuki Chan to climb the tree. Now you can see Tutu Chan jumped onto the fork, but she couldn't get Esuki Chan onto the tree from the step ladder. She wanted so badly to have Esuki Chan onto her onto her tree. She wanted to show him all sorts of things. Clutching the step ladder, Esuki Chan looked at Tutu Chan. She suddenly felt like crying. But she didn't cry. She feared that if she did, Isuchi-chan might start crying too. She took hold of his hand. It was bigger than hers, and his fingers were longer too. They were all stuck together because of polio. She held his hand for a long time. Then she said, "Lie down. I will try to pull you over." So this is a struggle. What was the struggle made by the Esoki Chan and Tutu Chan to climb the tree? What happened? Tutu Chan jumped onto the fork. Fork means the place where a tree is divided into two branches. See, you can see in the picture where the tree is divided into two branches. So that space is called the fork. Okay. Look at the picture. That space is called fork. Yes, Tutu Chan, what did he do? He climbed the step ladder and jumped into the fork. He reached the top of the step ladder. From there, he jumped onto the fork, where the tree is divided into two branches. Then she couldn't get Esoki Chan onto the tree from the step ladder, but she was not able to make Esoki Chan to climb the fork. Okay, she wanted so badly to have Esoki Chan onto her. She wished a lot. She wished that to make the Esoki Chan to climb the fork, but she couldn't do. She wanted to show him all the sorts of the thing. Why? Because she wanted to make Esoki Chan to climb the jump onto the fork and to show all the things, all the beautiful things, the sights of the beautiful things from the fork. Okay. Clutching the step ladder, Esoki Chan looked at Tutu Chan. But Esoki Chan was not able to climb. You know that he is a he had a polio and all his legs were paralyzed, isn't it? So he was not able to climb. He looked with sad eyes. He looked at Tutu Chan. Saying this, what happened? Tutu Chan suddenly felt like crying. She was also so sad. Seeing the helpless condition of the Yasoki Chan, Tutu Chan was very sad. She felt like crying. She was about to cry, but she didn't do. Why? Because she thought that she was afraid. If she cry, what will happen? That will make Yasoki Chan also to cry. So she didn't cry. She took hold of his hand. What did she do? She took hold of his hand. It was bigger than she began to hold Esoki Chan's hand. How was the hand of the Esoki Chan? It was bigger than hers. Even though the hand of the Esoki Chan's hand was bigger than the Tutu Chan's fingers and were longer too. Longer than the fingers of the Tutu Chan. They were all stuck together because of polio. You have seen that, no? Those children affected by the polio, their all the fingers will be stuck. They cannot move the fingers properly, isn't it? They'll be paralyzed like this. So that Isuki Chan's fingers also were like that. She held his hand for a long time. What did Tutu Chan do? Tutu Chan held his hand. Whose hand? Asoki Chan's hand. Tutu-chan held Esoki-chan's hand for a long time. Then she said, "Lie down, I'll try to pull you over." What did she say? "I lie down. You try," she said. So Tutu-chan said to Esoki-chan, "Lie down. You just lie down. I'll try to pull you. I'll try my best to pull you," said the Tutu-chan to the Esoki-chan. Okay. Next page. Page number 155. If any grown-ups had seen the scene, they would have let out a scream. But Esoki-chan trusted Tutu-chan completely. See the sight. What scene? The scene that the Esoki-chan was lying down. See in the picture, you can see in the picture, he is lying down, isn't it? His hands and legs are not, it's paralyzed. It had no strength for him. So he's lying down. Tutu-chan asked Esoki-chan to lie down. No, yes, he did what she said because what Esoki-chan completely trusted, believed in Tutu-chan. Then if any grown-ups had seen the scene, they would have let out a scream. Means if this scene, no, the scene, what was the scene going on there? Esoki-chan was lying down and Tutu-chan was trying to pull him. The scene, if any villages or any people who was walking over through there would have seen, what do? They would scream loudly because of seeing this sight. Okay, but Esoki-chan trusted Tutu-chan completely. Tutu-chan was risking her life for him. Tutu-chan was risking her life. What? She took a great risk, isn't it? Why? Because she wanted to make the Esoki-chan to climb the tree. With her tiny hands clutching his. With her tiny hands? Whose hands? Tutu-chan's tiny hands catching his. Whose? Esoki-chan's hands. She pulled with all her might, with all her strength. No, she with her tiny hands she catched the hand of the Esoki-chan and pulled with all the might. With all the strength. From time to time, a large crowd will mercifully protect them from the blistering sun. From time to time, what happened? No, the cloud was passing. This was a great mercy. Why? It was a great mercy for them. Why? Because it protected from the blistering sun. The sun was shining brightly. It was burning, like blistering was very sharply, very brightly. It was shining and it was very hot. So when this cloud moved, time to time, that was a very merciful for them. Great. But they felt like a very relief. Why? Because that protected from the sunlight, this bright light of the sun. At last, two stood face to face on the tree. At last, what happened? Both of them stood face to face on the tree. Tutu-chan was able to make the Esoki-chan to climb the tree and brushing her damp hair back. Brushing her damp means wet hair back. Wet hair back. Who? Tutu-chan. Tutu-chan, she was already full of sweat, isn't it? So brushing her damp hair, wet hair, she began to brush her wet hair, and Tutu-chan bowed. What did looking this? Tutu-chan bowed politely. She bowed him. Who? Tutu-chan bowed politely to him and said to Esoki-chan, "Welcome to my tree." Who said? Tutu-chan said to the Esoki-chan. Esoki-chan leaned against a trunk, smiling rather bashfully and said, "May I come in?" So Esoki-chan leaned against. What did he do? He was very happy. He leaned against a trunk. Trunk is branch of the tree. Smiling. He was very happy and began to smile rather bashfully. Bashfully means shyly. Shyly and said, "May I come in?" Who said? Tutu-chan said no. "Welcome to my tree." So Esoki-chan smiled and leaned and smiled shyfully. He was very shy and said, "May I come in?" Okay. So, students, read this portion of the lesson and answer the questions. See, number 15, Tutu-chan felt like crying, but she did not cry. Why? Why? She felt like crying, isn't it? Why she did not cry? Because she feared that if she cry, Esoki-chan might also start crying. Okay, then 16, number 16, Tutu Chan risking her life for Asuki Chan. What does this tell about the Tutu Chan? Which quality of the Tutu Chan? Explain us. Answer to that question. Okay, number 17, how did the clouds help them? You studied that the clouds was merciful for them. How did the clouds help them? Who? Tutu Chan and Asuki Chan. So answer this question. You can stop here, dear students, and continue in the next class. Thank you.